Choosing somewhere to wait or park your vehicle shouldn't be too complicated. And yet for many road users, it does seem to be a challenge that defeats them entirely. Some people do just seem to abandon their vehicles with no thought as to who they might inconvenience or endanger. Today, I'm sharing some clips of pure selfishness that really winds me up. And just like the old Bisto adverts, I've gone and saved the best till last. So this first picture came from an ex-professional driver. And do remember that if you would like to send images, videos that you'd like to talk about on the channel, my email address is on the front of the page. This one focuses on the school run, which is near primary school. And the sender was a little bit concerned as to how freely people do abandon their vehicles, especially near a primary school. And I do absolutely agree. This sort of selfish parking is becoming very rife nowadays. And you only have to look at the comments to see the sort of excuses people will pull. Things like, well, they're not blocking the road. What's the problem? Lots of cars parked there. I'm not the only one that does it. Well, there's space to walk in front. Why are you bothered? As if that somehow makes it acceptable. Now, it's near a primary school, and the last time I checked, an average primary school student will definitely be hidden by a car. So yes, this sort of parking is dangerous. Drivers cut corners, they fly up to junctions, and now we've placed a vehicle to create blind spots in an already risky area. Not just the kids, think about a wheelchair user, mobility scooter, they're all now endangered because of this person's selfish parking. And of course, rule 145 would have been broken to achieve this kind of parking, so it's not just immoral, but it's actually illegal. But it's not just the school run that creates chaos. Selfishness doesn't magically disappear when you enter a car park. This clip was taken when Poppy's singing club was performing at the local retirement home, and I had eyed up the last remaining bay only to find this. Parked on the side of the bay, not in it, just kind of near it. It's utterly selfish and frustrating. And you would have had to walk out of the vehicle on that side, so there's no excuse for not seeing it. I genuinely don't understand it, because whenever I stop or park my vehicle, I am utterly conscious of who I might inconvenience if I've done it badly. It seems to me like basic awareness, but maybe it's old-fashioned now. Next, we head into Norwich, where someone believes that Rule 140 is merely advice. Yes, they could have broken down, but my faith in humanity is at an all-time low. Double yellow lines, a solid line cycle lane, narrowing the road and creating danger. It's inconsiderate, it's illegal, and it's indefensible. And then we move on to restricted parking zones. So in these, there doesn't have to be yellow lines painted in the floor anymore because you're in a restricted parking zone. You can and will still receive a fine, as someone in my local community board found and then was complaining because there was no double yellows. But regardless of signage, nobody should look at this and think anything other than what a bunch of complete belters. The slalom that people decide to send me through is exhausting. On the pavement, across tactile paving, those raised studs, I cannot say that. Those studs in the floor are designed so that visually impaired people can identify where it is safe to cross, and they're blocked. Wheelchairs, mobility scooters, prams, pedestrians simply wanting to walk up the pavement, all put at unnecessary risk. It's utterly selfish. Moving on to that slalom that we mentioned, this is the part that annoys me. One vehicle would have already been there. The other arrives and simply decides, yes, this is where I'm parking. No thought for passing traffic, no thought for buses, no thought for the emergency vehicles. And when I return, someone else has joined in, rather than walking a few extra meters. It's apparently more important to become part of the obstruction. Yes, there may be occasions when someone does genuinely struggle to walk further. But again, my faith in humanity. And then there's the drop them exactly at the door merchants. Narrow road, doesn't matter. Creating a slalom, no problem. Making someone walk an extra 10 meters, unacceptable. And then don't even check before moving off. Watch the clip. I actually said it to my learner. They'll probably just drive straight out now. Yes, I mean, like, honestly. So predictable. You can spot selfishness a mile off. And what about the urgent text brigade? Well done for pulling over. I would say somewhere safely, but I'm mean, do I really need to explain this one? Engine still running, clearly not parked safely. If seen, that's trouble. Not just for where you parked, but for using your phone whilst the engine is on. But what are people thinking? I genuinely don't understand this level of selfishness. And it's not just drivers. Proof that selfishness is a human trait. These cyclists stopping for a chat just before a level crossing. So rule 291. And while we're at it, rule 240. You must not park anywhere where there's double white lines in the road. Again, I'm almost lost for words. Now, I said I'd save the best to last, and for me, this is it. Yes, they might have had vehicle trouble. Have I mentioned my faith in humanity? Let me show you something. There's a service station here. If I wanted to rejoin the carriageway, I would go up the exit slip, use the roundabout, and then use the on slip to rejoin the carriageway. It would take, what, an extra 40 seconds? Madness, I know. Far easier to cut across a live exit lane and just launch yourself straight into lane 1 in fog. Genius. Look, maybe it's just me. Help me out in the comments here. Restore my faith. Tell me I'm not alone. Because when I stop or park, one of my main considerations is other people. And that feels like something we're losing. I've noticed a drop in courtesy on the roads, and I think it reflects something broader that's happening in society. Only yesterday in a supermarket, trolleys backed up past the checkout, so there's a bit of a pinch point, and I stopped and let a few people through. Not one of them said thank you. Now put those people behind the wheel of a car. For me, the roads are becoming a reflection of the creeping selfishness and lack of awareness that we're experiencing in society. And that, more than anything, is what worries me the most.